What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim. Bet it up. All right, y'all. I'm still in here on the Landau. Getting nasty ass dirty. There's step by step by step to do this shit. I've done it so many times. I do it easier each time. Make it better each time. Figure out everything easier for the next step. But it's a nasty ass dirty job. But let me step over here real fast. Listen. So we took the air gap intake off my big block. I had the kid wanted to do it. So anyways, oval port, obviously it's matched up, boom. These runners and all that stuff were ported and all that, match ported and stuff like that. It's got some big valves in the head, stuff like that. So I was bragging about this sniper intake. Obviously the 2-inch spacer, but anyways, the sniper intake. Right there, Holly Sniper. So everything is fine and dandy. It's way lighter. But the negative side I didn't remember until trying to put this on when my son was lining it up. It's square port to oval port. Can't use it. So then we went back online trying to see if they make the sniper. I got it from a buddy that had it laying around. But anyways, trying to see if they offer it in an oval port, and I can't find it. We can't find it in an oval port. So I can't put it on the motor now. So I think I'm gonna go with a Victor Jr. The car ran killer with the air gap intake on it. The ports, I think, were just a little bit smaller. So when the ports, if the intake side is a little bit smaller, it goes over the edge and into the cylinder. So the flow really doesn't have too much turbulence to it. But when your head port is smaller than your intake port and it don't line up, then as the fuel and air comes down, you get this, it's hitting this edge right here, whatever, and it's causing turbulence and the fuel and air not flow right. So that's why match porting makes everything faster and better, and the cam, and these are steel heads, but they're ported, all that stuff. They're not polished now, obviously, it's been run, stuff like that. But slowly trying to do something with this as everything else is going on. The motor's still got to come out anyways. Boom, it's dirty. The work that I do is dirty. Yes, nothing's covered up, blah, blah. You got to blow it out. The motor's been together. The motor runs, all that stuff. Not expecting the motor to stay together. It's not the motor that's going to stay in the car. I have another motor. I might have just let the cat out of the bag, but I have another motor, aluminum heads, all that stuff. But this one is just to put, in here, get everything set. Throw the nitrous on there, whatever, throw the turbos on there, maybe the turbos and the nitrous, boom. It stays together, but I don't think it's really gonna stay together, but it should make some good numbers. But anyway, so that's what's going on with that. And then, so if anybody has a square port, big block, and want to buy this intake, I'll sell it to you cheap. So let me know, anybody out there. That's as of today. The video will go up today. The dunk axles are on the way. I went ahead and went 29 inches. The original axle in the dunk is 32 inches long. So down to 29. So it's 3-inch difference on both sides. 3-inch should be plenty enough in. The 26 is only by 9, so it's 10 overall. Boom, boom, boom. Reverse slips. So it's only got like a 2.65 backspace. So if anything, I'd have to run. I think I ordered them with the 2-inch studs, but if I have to run like a 1/2-inch spacer, but I don't think I have to. The skirts are gonna go back on, so the wheel will sit under enough. Of course, the back frame rail, how it bubbles out. It's gonna get the frame notch, boom. All the other parts are there. And I gotta go to Winter Circle and pick up the gear, the positive bearing kit, boom. But obviously I have to get one of these off the lift, this one or this one. And I really want it to be this one. So then I can get this one out of here because it's not a big job. It's just the rear end setup, boom, put the wheels on the front, do a basic alignment. Car doesn't run. But yeah, as for this, see all this nasty ass debris right here? Well, look, it's the undercoating and everything off the whole outer wheel tub. Boom. I did a little more trimming here. And then, like I said, see, here's the brace. So now, when I get the tubs in here and get this rolled like I want it, like I said, look, no wrinkling, a little bit of bowing, but once this, I mean, it's not gonna go all the way to it, but I need it to move just that little bit. When all this is done, then when I put back in here, I'll put a piece of 1/8 inch flat stock so it'll be strong enough. But you gotta clean off all this debris on here. You know, clean this ridge up a little bit. And then when the tub's in here, the brace that it go right here, boom, boom, that'll be tied back together. This has got to get trimmed down some more, boom. But yes, all this debris, nasty, nasty, nasty. So I was just in here completely covered. I just went to the sink. I'm out of my hand soap, but here, my face and everything was jacked up. I mean, it was already jacked up, but you know. Trying not to get too much debris in there, which metal or the undercoating, stuff like that, that's all, you know, the wax paper and all that stuff on the floor, boom. But no sparks, no flying of sparks. So like that right there, that's not sparks, that's just the undercoating stuff. So I'll be able to vacuum that, blow it out, whatever, vacuum it, boom, it'll clean, you know, it'll clean right up. When you're throwing sparks in there is when sparks hitting windows, stuff like that. But that's what I'm doing, is making sure no sparks are flying into the car. That's why I originally used the aerosol to cut all this out, and then I was cleaning it up with the cutoff. I know I was saying that in the last video. Damn mosquitoes are out here. Somebody wasted my bug spray the other day. But yeah, so I don't know if I showed this part. So I put, all right, there we go. I think I was talking about it, but so I went 13 inches. So that's this piece right here. So I measured from this lip over 13, made my mark, all the way down, made my mark, took the level, transferred the line all the way down, boom. Got the electric shears. So bang, you see how electric shears, the jaws right there. You slide it right down there and it cuts. Right angle, boom, all the way down. At the right angle, it cuts it, boom. Then you got to put this piece to that piece. So that piece has that little lip. This little lip that's on here. See, it's just a little lip. So that lip slides into this groove. And take a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and you open this groove up. Just go down, open it up so you got enough room. Then you got to stand this up, right? And you put that together. Normally it takes 2 people because when you're flexing it like that, you want to hold the half moon. Obviously it's going to be the other way. And you just slowly put the piece in there and slowly bend it. If you bend it too far, too soon, it closes this gap up, kinks it, and you can't get the piece to slide in there. It's a pain in the ass to put it together, and then you guys see me throwing this shit around, but see that? There's a nice edge right there, so you got to watch yourself, so that way you don't cut yourself. That right there is actually rust, but there's been times when I'm doing tubs and get them done that, you know, little paper cuts or little deeper cuts, and I got to put electrical tape and stuff like that, but you'll see the tubs with blood on there, you know. It happens, you know. Everybody's like, oh, why don't you wear gloves? Oh, this and that. I've tried the glove things for years, stuff like that. Try to find different gloves. But the gloves, to me, always get in my way of what I need to do, how I need to do it. So, the tubs, when they come, oh, you can see this side. was cutting the other one. I cut into it, but that don't matter because that's not the side I'm using. When these tubs come from, you know, you get them shipped to you, they get the corners get beat up and stuff like that. So some of the times when you get perfect example, see how that corner's bent. Boom. So then you got to go through. That's a press issue right there. I'm trying to get it to focus. But take it, some wire cutters, stuff like that, and you bend it back into place, whatever. When you put it together, sometimes when it goes in here, you never square it to here, start back some, because this piece is always longer, and you never know which side you want to have more meat to. So I always go in a couple inches, and then the other side it end up being the same. You could sit there and mark the center and this and that and roll it out and figure it out if you wanted both sides to be even. But I mean, I did pretty good there, which you can see that side's probably, what, about 3 inches. That side might be 3.5 inches. And I didn't mark nothing. I just been doing it so long, I know how to do it. But yeah, I've seen people take these pieces, put the one piece in the car, and then they take the other piece, and they lay it over that, and they start tacking it. Tack, 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 tack. And it's like, you don't understand that the two pieces go together. Then once it's together, you can start sliding it up in the car, in and out. You know what I'm saying? You go up in here, slide it up in here, boom, 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 figure out where you want it, figure out this, figure out that. You could take and use a drill and a self-tap screw to where if you think you got it where you want it, boom, drill it. Obviously the clamp would be here, go somewhere back here, boom, drill it. And then you take measurements here and there, put the car down, look in the trunk, see if that's where you want it. The back piece right here, when the half moon's on here, you can have, you know, clipped on here like I had it. You can take the hammer and tap, 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 and it'll give you a mark on there to where you can cut it. So that'll be your pre-cut. Once you get the tub where you really want it, you want the top to be flat across where you want it to be flat across. You want your inside piece to be straight up and down. You don't want to see it on angle and shit like that. So then once you tap, 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 then you could take this back out and you could cut that off. So that way now that the piece that is out of the way, then this tub area right here now will move in. And then you'll be able to set exactly where you want. Then if you got to take the screw back out to reposition it, then you can take the screw back out, reposition it. The more screw holes, whatever, when you're done, you'll have screw holes, screw holes, screw hole, whatever. You take the screw holes out, then it's called plug welding because you have a hole in this side, hole in this side. But if the hole doesn't line up, so now you got a hole in the tub side and the hole in the outer tub side, two different locations, two different holes, whatever, you can plug weld, plug weld, plug weld, and then you end up making it fit better. So a little bit more going on there, a little bit more going on at the shop. Still me by myself. Let's see, what time is it right now? Let's see, I'll look on the computer. I got Mr. 75 Caprice shit playing on there. But it's 8:07 right now at night. Here I am. I got the 4K turned on with the 60 resolution, whatever the hell it is. I took the money over there today, hoping that they could wash it off for me. They didn't have time today, so I left it over there. I'll drive it back over here tonight to put it away. But look, I'm out here by myself. Battery's trying to die on me, but I'm out here by myself. Them kids over there in the red Ford, they're always there, in and out, all hours of the night. They're pretty cool. This is a paving place, mall paving. They be doing the seal top and paving and all that. They're in and out of there all hours of the night too. Crazy. But anyways, I'm out here by myself. Nobody around. Trying to get this shit dirty. Trying to get this shit done while getting dirty. Dirty than a motherfucker. So my son started to control arms right here, double adjustable for the bottom. As you can see, I broke the bolts loose for him, and he took that out. He started to take that bolt out, and he stopped. Uppers are in there, blah, blah. So I wish you would have got that in there. I could set the rear end in position where I want it. I could weld a piece of tube in here, set my height, tack it in there, boom. Then I can put the brackets on here where I want to put the brackets. I can get up in there and cut the cross brace, or cut out for the cross brace, boom. You know, this car is the billet 28s right there. Then this car would be closer to being done. The front, of course, is cleaned up, but I got to do the notch. A lot of work, a lot of work. So yeah, more on the Landau. Once I get these tubs situated, which I mean, I figured out this. It's just this cleaning of that tub right now took me like an hour and a half to clean up all that because it was so thick of undercoating. The battery one that I got right here is only 8,000 RPM. That's got a 2 battery on there now. The 3 battery, it worked, but it just kept dying. So then I had to bust out the electric, boom, get up in there. But yeah, it covered me with the nastiest. You know, this shit's so sticky and gooey and thick. But you see, that's a whole different level right there that we're not gonna be to. And when I fit it up in here, it was real nice to hear. And it was still on. It was on an angle this way because it was hitting the frame here. So I went 13 inches, y'all, 13 inches. So from how thin I have the frame with that piece on here and the inside of the top of that tub right there. So I had the half moon up in there, boom. 13 inches out there. Cut it straight down, boom. Started to fit it in there and trimmed off that and trimmed off that. So then when you look in here, obviously this angle is gonna go, you know, right through there. So you tack, 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 tack. The cleaner you make this, the cleaner the welds are gonna work for you. But you don't want to just start here and start tacking, 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 tacking. You want to have the happy medium to where if you put a tack here, when you look and you get your height here, you want to be able to make sure you're tacking here good. So if you got to round this, push it back, whatever, get a nice tack. Boom, 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 boom. The top, because of how this tub is not perfectly shaped like that, there's going to be a section up here that's going to be gapped. So all in here, the more welds, the better. All in here, the more welds, the better. You know what I'm saying? As many welds as you can get across here. Tack, 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 tack. If you can get it to flow, flow it. If you got to fill some spots with some, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna let an 1/8 inch by like 1 inch across here. So that way, the back of the tub to here, it's gonna be strong as shit. The tubs have, you can see how the shininess is. They have this oil. There's some oil on here, obviously, so it don't rust. When you're welding, tack welding, right when you touch it, it wants to pop. So, like I was saying, you wipe that off. A soapy rag with like some Dawn, I don't know. Wipe it off or just use a rag and just wipe the living shit out of it. So that way you get the majority of it off. Look, that shit is nasty. Nasty. But you'll get it to tack better, way better. The cleaner the material, anytime you do this, the cleaner the material, the better. This right here was just getting the gooey shit off. I wasn't throwing sparks and all that shit, but you want it to be clean. The cleanest you can get it, the better. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you to grind this to where you end up grinding through. You're not gonna weld to this whole area. You just wanna make sure you have it ground. So if you grind the whole area, now inside here, if it ends up with a gap, and I got to go back through here and put some tin in here that I'll have to shade to hide the gap and make it look better, then I can still tack, tack, tack. And or if you guys want to put some spray foam in between that area, which is good, you got sound deadening with it and insulation with it. The steel tubs driving down the road and stuff like that. Some undercoating on it, some paint, whatever. Undercoating is gonna kill the noise. Wrapping the top of it with the dyno mat, which mostly everybody, you know, you put your sounds in there, you're gonna dyno mat the whole floor. The dyno mat's gonna hide little imperfections, but not really high. It's gonna, the sound deadening. So you get the sound deadening from it. Boom. Dynomat's good. I don't know if they still call it Dynomat. Look across here real fast, guys. That brace. Remember, I only slid it. I didn't cut the piece out of it. But look at how the tub is arched. Gets about right there. I know it keeps trying to focus, but then it's a flat edge. So now here, we'll go to the other side and look at this side. And you can see what I did. Okay, so you can see the cut, the pieces out of there, and then it doesn't slant back as far, but you already see me moving that. I could move that area easily. But the other thing I did is I cut that side from inside out. I cut it farther. So see this side. See how we're seeing the braces behind here? See? If we go to that side, we can see it. So I took and cut this farther back, you know, farther towards the outside of the car to make this flex easier and be back more, because the tub is gonna go, the tub's gonna be, I mean, you know, 13 inches from here. So but the tub is gonna be over here. So even if, you know, once this is fitted over here on the car side, I know I'm too far away with the camera, but anyway, it's gonna overlap it. So the main thing is having the edge of that tub touch here and tack. And then see how that corner is. I didn't pie cut this one yet, but that's fine because, like I said, I'm gonna come in and cut it some more. I'll take a measurement off of that side from out here to where I have it, and I'll make this side the same cut. Like I said, I'm still gonna get into here and cut this back piece out because there's no sense in having it that thick right there. Yeah, so the more tacks, the more welding, the better. This side over here, like I said, this is still pretty straight up. This is out a little bit at the very top, and this is out right here, but I haven't got in there to do this side yet because I'm fitting the other side. All right, y'all. Trying to teach you as much as I can, and with this camera and, well, iPhone, whatever. I don't have enough storage on it. That's only a 128 or whatever the hell it's called. So that way I can blend some videos together using the iMovie Maker. Like I said, I used to be good with it, but now I got too many videos on my phone and I can't use the iMovie Maker. I can load to the iMovie Maker, but then when I try to put it back on my phone, there's not enough storage. So I think I'm gonna go get the 256 or whatever the hell it's called, but I gotta make some money. And then the computer, like I said, I don't know how the hell to download this phone to the computer. I got the cord, this and that, but I can't figure it out. Maybe the computer's outdated. But yeah, I'm in here working. Little stuff. I'm gonna make a list. Once I get these tubs in, I'll make a list of all the stuff. The rear end, right there on the floor. Shorty Rel from Chicago. I narrowed his rear end for his dunk yesterday real fast. He brought it, and it was, you know, everything was already set on it. So I turned around and I narrowed it 1.5 inches on both sides. Boom, got it ready. He came back last night, 10:30, picked it up. And yeah, I did that. Like I was saying, Candyman came with his car, and I adjusted the rear end on it. These guys that are saying they got a 12-inch wide wheel, this and that, or saying they're 13 overall, and a lot of these guys are not 13 overall. Box Chevys, if your frame rail ain't that thin, you probably don't have a 13 overall. But, I mean, Candyman came in his blue Landau, and he thought it was only 12, but it was 13 overall, which is good. I mean, the car looks mean as hell. So we got a 3/4 space around it now. I didn't get no footage. I didn't get no video. He's supposed to send me a picture. But anyways, he got 8-inch lips on there, and it's got the 4.5 back. So anyways, he's 13 inches overall, and the car looks killer. But we got to frame notch it and get rid of a space around it. But I'll put that on the video here in a couple weeks. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, battered up. Boom. Landau. 28s. I know. Still working on it. But I'm out. Appreciate y'all.